Hello. Good afternoon. Happy lockdown 3. Here we are again. Who'd have thought it? We really didn't think. Well, actually, we should have known, shouldn't we, that we'd be back here, that we would be back. How are you all? If you're watching, do say hello. Give me a thumbs up or a like. I'm just gonna scroll down. Ooh, just gonna scroll down my page to see if I can see who's there. This always takes me a few seconds, so mainly because I have my screen blown up to such a high thing. It takes me ages to scroll down. Oh, there we go. I can see now. So, how is everybody? How have you all been? Did you have a lovely Christmas? Let's talk about nice things. Let's talk about lovely things. How was your Christmas? Did you have a lovely time? I know it was all a bit different for everybody, but you know, we still managed to have it was still Christmas, wasn't it? Still had a nice time. Did you get any exciting Christmas presents?
Oh, Jilly's here.
Oh, hi Jilly, how are you? Nice to see you, thanks for coming along. So come on then, what did you get for Christmas? Anyone get an overlocker for Christmas? That'd be a nice present. I know a few people got overlockers before Christmas, which was good. Hi Margaret, how are you? Nice to see you. Hi Susan.
Hi Sally. Hi Susan.
Oh, hi Sally, how are you?
Hi
Margaret. Lovely to see you all. So we're going really high tech today. You may have noticed from the tile that Amy put up. Hi Debbie, nice to see you. We're doing.
Hi Debbie.
We're trying to do Instagram and Facebook at the same time. So this was Amy's idea.
Why did I do this?
It's your own fault. Oh, hi Charlie. How are you?
Hi Charlie.
Oh, Susan got the Couture embellishments book. I don't know if you can see that, it's on the screen. Oh, how lovely. So does that mean you're going to go through the book and practice them all?
Sally got felt and embroidery threads.
Oh, lovely. Felt and embroidery threads. Perfect. What else? Who else got nice things for Christmas? Oh, hi Karen. How are you?
Hi Karen.
Oh, we're on the widescreen TV.
Uh-oh. HD.
Oh, no. You see all my wrinkles.
We've gone HD.
Oh, hi Tanya. How are you? What did you get? Some cutting weights? Oh, lovely. Some weights.
Hi Tanya.
It was a nice break, wasn't it? Hi Phil.
Hi
Suzanne.
Hi Suzanne.
Hi
Joe.
You got us in stereo.
Sorry. But no one on Instagram saying hello yet.
Oh, well, we haven't done Instagram before, so we're not really sure how it really works.
No, I'm learning.
No, we're learning that one. We just thought we'd have a go and see. We're trying to up our game, aren't we?
Trying.
On the text. Oh, hold on.
Oh, it's all gone crazy.
I've lost my page. Oh, Margaret
got it. Simon's here.
Oh, hello, Simon. You worked it out. Lovely. How nice to see you.
Hi,
Fiona.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. Oh, this is so lovely. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, it's made me really happy.
Margaret, cloth kit, fielder top kit.
Oh, yes. Now, Margaret showed us that kit
hi, Claire.
On our tutorial. Is that Claire Mole? Oh, hi, Claire. I know what you got, yes, because I sent it to you. Oh, that was great, wasn't it? I'm glad you liked it. That was great. Yeah, Margaret got the lovely cloth kit for the Merchant Mills fielder top, and it was a really beautifully packaged. It looked so lovely. That was a nice present.
Could not find you live on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
We've got a few people watching on Instagram.
Oh, that's good. Charlie's listening us through cordless earphones that Santa bought him. Oh, that's good. I haven't tried those cordless earphones. Have you tried those, Ames? You know, you see.
No, because I have a piercing in my ear that won't allow me to put headphones in.
That's true. You see all the celebrities, don't you?
Philippa got an overlocker.
Oh, fantastic, Phil. Which one did you get? Did you get the Janome one? Did you get an air threader one? That's what I was just about to talk about, Susan. That was I'll just move these things.
Your Christmas present to
My
yourself.
Christmas present myself. Couture Tailoring by Claire Schaefer. So Susan was doing the couture jacket with me, so we talked about this, and we pre-ordered this. I think it was last September. It's Claire Schaefer's new book. Yeah, this is my present to me as well, Susan. So this is my my lockdown reading. This is the lovely new book by Claire Schaefer, which is all about tailoring. Oh, thank you, Karen. My top is one of my favourites. It's the Vogue, I forgot the number, 9006. 9006. And this is the lovely new silk jersey from Bloomsbury Square. Really beautiful. Only in this one colour.
Alice waved
Oh,
on Insta.
on Instagram. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, Charlie Gunner's joined us on Instagram.
Oh, well done. Hi, Justine. How are you? Oh, Simon bought his wife Amanda the Nanny Era Japanese books.
Oh, that's good.
Really inspiring.
Did you see the Janome?
Oh, 9300DX. Is that the one that you've got, Ames? I think that's the one.
I think that's the one I've got
for you. That's a really good one, Phil. That's a really good overlocker. Really nice. And Barbara got the Makers Atelier book. That's a classic, isn't it? And subscription to the magazine. What a lovely present. This new magazine coming out soon for the Makers Atelier. So, oh, how lovely. You've got lovely things. Anybody else get something nice for Christmas, sewing related? Can't think what else I got. My sister bought me a lovely necklace with a sewing thing on it, which was really pretty.
Sewing Sosei.
Yeah, which was lovely. But otherwise, we've got loads of lovely spa stuff, didn't we? I think we all treated each other to lovely, really nice sort of spa-y type things. Sue Cotton, who's a friend of mine, some of you may know Sue, her daughter runs the Pamper Shed and she was doing facial kits. So I bought some of those. We've got to try that all out. Facial kits. I'd like to see some pictures of things that Amanda makes, Simon, from that book. That'd be lovely. I haven't missed anybody. So what else did you do over Christmas? Anyone watch TV over Christmas? There were some good things. How about the Sewing Bee? Did you watch the Sewing Bee on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve? What did you think about that? The Celebrity Sewing Bee. I was just happy to see sewing on the TV, to be honest. I thought it was just lovely. And BBC One, prime time, there was some sewing.
I missed the second one.
That was fun, the sewing one, because I like this. I messaged you, didn't I? So
was it on New Year's Day?
New Year's Eve, I think it was.
Oh, was it?
New Year's Eve.
I may have been a bit tipsy at that
point.
point.
Oh, Karen got the Dyson Airwrap. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
I really wanted that,
yeah.
Karen. I got shoes instead, though, so I was quite happy.
Oh, yeah. Shoes are good.
Yeah.
Oh, Wendy. Hi, Wendy. She's saying the lighting's very impressive. Well, we're up in our game on everything, Wendy.
Just you wait. Next week, the lighting's going to blow you away.
Yeah. Oh, my God. We've bought so much kit. Oh,
Simon
Charlie
watched
watched the first one. Yeah, the second one was good. I messaged Amy because they had cocktails on it. Did you see that? Joe Lycett was making cocktails.
I think we need to do, what was it, a haberdackery?
Haberdackery, yeah. It was fun, wasn't it? There was some really good stuff, you know. Yeah, I thought the second one was better as well, Susan. Yeah, I wasn't too sure about the first one. I thought, oh no. But the second one was definitely better.
I think they had some help.
Do you think?
In the first one, definitely.
They did all get some teaching on the machines, didn't they? I think they all got a bit of help with how to use the machines. I really enjoyed it though. I thought it was just, like I say, just nice to have sewing on the TV. And loved the Christmas Sewing Bee. Karen loved it. Yeah, especially the second one. It was so funny, and I loved the song at the end. They did the Queen tribute at the end. Oh, you missed that, Ames, didn't you? You have to catch up.
I didn't see it. Yeah, I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, Suzanne said they had a lot of help, I think. There's no way that complete beginners who haven't sewn could create those dresses.
Absolutely not.
And they were actually, especially with the last dress, they had all been cut out for them. Which was...
Oh, sorry, it's a very loud motorbike just going past. Very
off
noisy.
the road. Yeah, I did think actually we shouldn't criticise it. Shouldn't criticise it, should we?
No.
But they did with the made to measure. It'd already been cut out, so you think, well, if it's made to measure, you don't normally cut out until you've got the measurements, do you? So, anyway, they did a good job. I thought they created really good things. It just goes to show that, you know, if you have a go.
And I always think if they do a celebrity version of a programme, it's because it's a popular programme.
It's a popular one.
And they got some good celebrities on too.
They did, yeah. Really good. Really good. Leslie Joseph and Sally Phillips have potential, says Sally. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Leslie Joseph particularly. Well, Sally Phillips, she made the pantomime horse.
Ah.
I think you've got to watch it.
I know I do.
She did the pantomime horse on an ironing board.
Oh.
So she had the front end and then the back end was on the ironing board.
Very clever.
It was very clever. It was very clever. Yeah, it was good fun, wasn't it? It was good fun. So what else have you been watching on TV over Christmas? What did we watch?
The Serpent.
Oh yeah, I had to.
But we binged it, so we can't give any spoilers away.
And Bridgerton, obviously Bridgerton was great, wasn't it? With all the costumes. Still haven't watched The Queen's Gambit, but I'll get onto that.
You need to.
I need to now. Yeah. Sally's saying she thought Oh, Claire's on episode 5 of Bridgerton.
Yeah, it's so good,
Isn't
Claire.
it good?
I think I binged it in an entire day because I couldn't
did as
stop
well. That was
watching.
my New Year's Day, I think. I did most of it. Yeah, Sally Scott saying that Sally was the most creative with her fabric, and she was. Oh, Charlie watched The Repair Shop. We do love The Repair Shop.
We watched that, was it last night?
Yeah. It's one of those
programs. Oh no, the night before, and we cried within 2 seconds.
It's like, turn it on and it makes you cry. It's happy tears, isn't it? It is happy tears.
The Serpent.
Yeah, Sally's watched The Serpent.
Traces.
Oh, I don't know what Traces is. I haven't watched that. I tried to binge watch The Serpent, but I had to keep stopping because it was too tense. The Serpent, yeah. One more episode to watch. Yeah, it is Gilly, isn't it? It is. It's one of those ones that you can't believe it.
Can't believe it was a real person.
Yeah, Gilly saying she had nightmares.
Charlie, not just me then.
I was getting so tense in the chair.
Charlie, not just me then. Is that crying at the repair shop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wendy's going to send an order in. I actually posted it to you, Wendy. Wendy's saying she's going to put an order in because I had a needle thing, but I thought you might want it, so I posted it to you last week.
Love the costumes more on the plot. Oh, it's all gone.
This is very quick. Now Martin Constance in line. On now. Okay.
Behind
Face
a cushion stuff. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it
very
was,
behind
yeah.
a cushion, Gilly. Yeah.
Yeah, Suzanne's been catching up on her Skybox planner. Enjoyed.
Us.
Us, yeah, and watching old films. Yeah, I watched lots of old films.
We watched High Society, didn't we?
Yes, we did watch High Society. Yeah.
And Calamity Jane.
Yeah.
On Boxing Day.
On Boxing Day, yeah, we did. Yeah, I thought, Wendy, I did post that to you, so I wasn't sure. I'm not sure when we're going to see each other, so I'll just post it to you. So we are still sending out orders. If you need any bits and pieces, we are still sending out orders. I'm coming in here a couple times a week, and we're going to be here a few days a week, actually, because it gets us out of the house to come up here. And do some sewing. It's a bit easier for us to do our sewing up here. And we might even do some filming. We'll talk about that in a bit. Oh, the needle catcher. Yeah, is that the one that's behind me on the MyPad thing? You got one of those?
Oh, hi Sue.
Oh, have I missed one? Where's Sue?
Sue Underwood.
Oh, hi Sue, you're there. Oh, I just gave Sue's making more scrubs. Sue's making more scrubs, so I've just given her our leftover fabric. So we had lots of fabric left over, which was donated by the lovely Victoria from Bloomsbury Square. She donated us some fabric for scrubs on the last lockdown, and I had some left over. So giving it to Sue because she's still making scrubs. Good for you, Sue. I think Tim said you're making them for people who are going into schools to do testing and things, which I think that's a really good idea, isn't it? It's a really good idea. Oh, I'm glad you got your order quickly, Bar, because the post has been all over the place, hasn't it? I don't know what's going on, first class, second class. Janet watched High Society. Oh, and Simon's been rearranging his sewing room. Well, if you both of you are sewing now, Simon, you will need more space, won't you? That's why we come up here, actually, isn't it? So we can really spread out. So what else have we been doing? Okay, what else? More sewing news while I'm just chatting. Have any of you seen the new patterns by Laura So Different? She's done a lovely collection of patterns called the Gambit collection, and they're all based on sort of 1960s and around the lovely costumes on the Queen's Gambit. One particular on the Moscow dress, which I really like. It's got sort of shapes like this coming in. But yeah, have a look at those, and they're all quite in her sort of easy to sew collection. I think they're only limited edition ones.
They launched yesterday. She's had overwhelming amounts of orders. Apparently.
Really lovely. So have a look. That's So Different Patterns, the Gambit collection. Have a look at those. They're really great. And the other thing I was looking at this morning actually was the V&A now have a Make It page. And they've already had, you remember the Mary Quant patterns last year that we actually did a workshop on it. Oh my God, I've got a light in my eye, I can't read that.
They're knitting.
Oh, knitting.
Sally's doing knitting and crocheting,
yes.
and Janet is also knitting.
That's
while
nice.
this session is on. She's knitting
that's
right
good,
now.
You see. It's like what we do, sewing while we're watching the telly.
Suzanne spent a whole afternoon in her sewing room looking for a pattern envelope. Now reordered it.
Oh, Sue's saying it's for a special school down the road. The youngsters are going to have, they're going to have COVID jabs and scrubs are going there. Oh, that's great. That's really good, Sue. Well done. Well, we're still sending out haberdashery, Simon, and Victoria's still sending out fabrics. So if you want to order from Bloomsbury Square, there's still fabrics going out. Hi, Jen. How are you?
Hi, Jen.
You up in Scotland? How did the move go? All okay?
We have Jean and Harriet are on Instagram.
Oh,
hi,
hello.
Harriet. And Jean Taylor's here.
Hi, Jean. Hi, Harriet. Oh, it's nice that you can join us. You can see what we get up to now.
Yeah, see, some people don't have Facebook, so this is perfect. Everyone can see us now.
So talked about there's so different patterns, but also the V&A, like I was just saying, they've got a make it page. They've got still got the Mary Quant dresses and the Georgie dress, which was the second one that they did. Secrets of the Museum, that was good, wasn't it? Oh, hi Amanda. It's nice to see you. I saw your lovely Minnie Mouse dress the other day. That looked fab.
Oh, Victoria is wrapping fabric for the post right now.
Oh, there you go.
She's watching us from the warehouse.
Yeah, so you can post an order for fabric.
Yeah.
Do you think what's your lovely silk jersey, Victoria? I'm wearing
Brand
today.
new. In
Yeah, just the one colour at the moment, but I understand there's lots of colours available.
so many, and it's the most beautiful silk jersey that we have. It's really lovely and heavy.
Maybe Amanda. Oh, Jen says it's freezing. Have you become a southern softie then, Jen? You see, down here too long. Oh, thank you, Victoria. It was really lovely to make up as well. It's a really nice weight of silk jersey, so it's really nice to work with. Anyway, the V&A, as well as their Mary Quant, they've now got a new pattern inspired by the kimono exhibition, and it's called the kimono dress. And it's a really nice, very simple dress, but it's got 4 different versions of sleeves, and they're really interesting sleeves. No, Sally, this is the Vogue pattern.
9006.
9006. It's actually a pattern for woven fabric cut on the bias, but I decided to I've made several in stretch fabric, so I cut it on the straight grain and make it out of stretch fabrics. So you get this lovely drape, and it's really interesting. I've seen it made in lots of different fabrics now, and every different fabric it drapes slightly differently at the front. So I thought you had this pattern, Sally, actually. I think we talked about it. I've got several anyway. I'm sure you've seen me wear it. Which is the pattern I like in So Different. I like the Moscow dress, I think it is. I think it's called the Moscow dress. Oh, thank you, Simon.
I think that was from Amanda.
That was Amanda, yes, thank you, Amanda.
It's a good
really
colour for you.
Thank you, Sue and Tim, that's lovely. Yeah, it's not a colour that I normally wear. I said to Amy, I said, this was actually my school uniform colour. So I haven't worn this colour for ages. You know what it's like when you've had your school uniform in a certain colour? Oh, can't do that. But I'm over that now. Silk jersey has got me through that. I can now wear this burgundy colour.
Which pattern was the kimono one on the V&A?
So if you go to the V&A website, they've got a make and do page now, and it includes all the kimono dress, the Mary Quant dresses, and then further down they've got a knitting and crochet section with patterns for that and paper craft. So yeah, they've done a really good job. They've sort of pulled it all together for doing in lockdown. I think you have to download the patterns, but I think that's great. I'm going to have a go at downloading one, see if I can get something done, at least something for sleeve for next week. Only school uniforms are made in silk.
I think that was the seller. It was like, screw the colour. It's the silk.
It's the silk jersey that sold
it's the silk jersey.
Oh, thank you, Janet. Janet said it works well with my lipstick. I was worried that the lipstick was the wrong colour, but treated myself to new red lipstick so you could see what I'm talking about at Christmas. So they're my favourite sort of new patterns that I've seen just over the last week, really. So has anyone else seen some nice new patterns that they might think about making? Let's have some lockdown sewing plans. I think that's I've been making sweatshirts. I've been really busy making nice comfy things to wear at home, because that's what we're wearing at the moment, isn't it? Nice comfy things. This is the Taviki top by Named Clothing, and that's got nice darts at the neckline, and then the one next to it is the Big Easy top by the Megs Atelier. So I just thought I needed some new comfy things to wear at home. So it was nice to make those. And this is lovely sweatshirt fabric from Bloomsbury Square. It's really soft and comfortable to wear, and stripy on the inside. So, and I've been playing about with. They're not from the Queen's Gambit. They're inspired by Simon. If you look at So Different website, Laura So Different, Laura Casey, she's designed them inspired by the Queen's Gambit, which I think is very clever of her.
Very.
What Suzanne's going to
Yannicka
make.
jacket by Liesl.
Oh, that'd be interesting. We'll have to look that one up and see what that's like. I loved your raw edge coat, Suzanne. That
Great colour on you.
Lovely. Well done. Lovely bright pink raw edge coat. That'll cheer everybody up. So yeah, that's what I've been making, is as well as the silk jersey top, I've been making sweatshirts. And I'm going to make myself some nice wide leg trousers as well, so that it just feel comfy. How do so different patterns come up? This grey sweatshirt here, Wendy, I made a large, which is lovely. It's got nice wide sleeves, but I'm actually going to make my next one in the medium, make it a size down.
Janet says, are you growing your hair?
Growing my hair. only because I can't get it cut. I managed to get it cut beginning of December, I think it was. Thinking that'll do for a while. Should have had more cut off it, I think. Yeah, you'll see my roots growing down the next 6 weeks. Margaret wants to make the Yannicka too. Oh, that'd be interesting to see then. That'd be lovely. Oh, hi Sue. What are you making?
Her first dress.
Your first dress. What pattern are you using? Sue got a lovely one of these sewing machines for Christmas. That was a nice surprise. The grey sweatshirt, Wendy, is the Talviki sweatshirt by Named Clothing.
You can't see it in the picture, but it's got really cool seam detail.
Yeah, it's got
on
darts that come down and across like this, so it gives that nice shape of the neck, and then you've got these darts coming across. I got it from the Fold line, the pattern, actually, because I got it as you can buy it as a paper pattern, or they'll print it for you as well. So Talviki by Named Clothing, and it's actually got. I turn it sideways slightly. Ooh. Can you see? It's got a little split at the side there, so it's slightly longer at the back. But my second one, I'm going to make it so it's straight all the way round, because actually, although I like the look of that split's quite high, so it's a bit drafty. So I'm going to make it all one length, so that it's all the way round. So it's just a slight difference. I love the big easy top, so I really love that one, and just wanted to make something a bit different.
Suzanne is altering the Maker's Atelier skirt from the sew along.
Oh,
she couldn't bear to alter it before.
Well, once you get that right though, Suzanne, you'll love it. You'll make lots of them.
It's a linen dress, and it's that Australian pattern maker. Can't remember the name.
Australian. Is it Style Arc? Could be Style Arc. Oh yes, the Marvellous Mrs. Maisel. They're fantastic, aren't they, Simon? Yes, they're very inspiring. I remember her coats were lovely as well, weren't they? Is it I bet it's Style Arc, so it could be a Style Arc. What else? Australian pattern company?
I don't know. Paper Cut is New Zealand.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I've been making. Not Style Arc. Oh, okay.
Oh. It'll be the guess. Guess the pattern company.
Guess the Australian pattern company that Sue's using. Tessuti? It could be
Tessuti. Oh, could be Tessuti.
Yeah, Simon's saying, yeah, we do love Marvellous Mrs. Maisel. That's another one to watch, isn't it, for the costumes? Somebody was saying about Velvet. Has anyone else watched Velvet on Netflix? I haven't watched it yet because it's subtitles, and I have to sort of sit down and focus when I'm watching something. The pattern's still. Don't worry, Sue. It's no problem. We'll work it out. Yeah, I'd love to see your dress though, Sue. Well done. How are you getting on with the new sewing machine? Are you loving it? It's such a good machine. Do love it. So did Mike watch the lives then to work out what machine to get you, or did you leave lots of hints?
Post-it notes around.
Yeah,
the
little
house.
Post-it notes, little pictures of the sewing machine. So let's get on and do some sewing while we're chatting. What have you started, Margaret? Started Velvet.
Who watched Phantom Thread? That was on over Christmas.
Did anyone watch that? I watched it for.
We watched it.
Yeah, we watched it, didn't we?
I can't remember if it was before. No, I'd seen it before.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was before Christmas. I think it was before Christmas, wasn't it? It was on.
Very strange story, I have to say. But I did enjoy it. Lovely clothes and good character. The characters are great, aren't they?
Is the neckline on your sweatshirt just as designed in the Telviki?
Yes, I did it exactly as a Telviki. Yeah, I did. Hi, Marion. How are you? I did see that, Marion. Yes, I did. That's amazing. And when you're saying yes, scary. As scary as ever, Phantom Thread.
It is.
It's a little bit,
very concerning.
Yeah, a little bit strange. Yeah, it is a bit dark, Ginny. It is a bit, but it's worth persevering just to see the lovely dresses. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird.
Oh.
But it was great. So, look out.
I'm just preparing myself. Talk through.
Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of a demo today. I thought, as we've been making sort of nice sort of leisure wear to wear at home. Oh, Sally, we're talking about Phantom Thread.
No.
Huh?
What Marion said. The book about MSH.
Oh, the book. My Sister's House is a charity who I used to work for they're in Bognor, a women's charity. And the lady, Julie Budge, who runs it, she's a really inspiring woman, and she started the charity 3 or 4 years ago. And I went to work with them, sort of upcycling clothes and things like that. And
everyone's asking about it.
My MSH is My Sister's House. My Sister's House. So it's a women's charity, refuge charity in Bognor, and they are fantastic. They help local women, particularly in lockdown when some women are need more support. So so Julie's heard of them. Yeah, My Sister's House. They're great. You can look them up. But yeah, Julie's now written a book, and they've won awards. And the lovely Julie Waters is one of the patrons. So yeah, great charity to support. Simon's watching Phantom Thread on iPlayer. Yeah, it is a very strange one, isn't it, Amanda? It is really strange. Okay, so I thought I'd do a bit of a recap on sewing with stretch fabrics, and also I've got a couple of new things to show you and talk about. So Amy's going to...
Excuse the Velcro noise.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's okay. Here we go. I've just
really
got to move 2 social
Amy's
platforms at the same time.
I'm going to move round the corner so you can see what's going on. Okay. So when you're sewing with stretch fabrics, there's a few things that really help you control the fabric. So this is a nice. This is my next Talviki top. Is going to be this lovely cream French terry from Victoria. I'll try and get that made to wear next week. Fabric from Bloomsbury Square Fabrics, Simon. They're just down in Chichester, but obviously only online at the moment. So Bloomsbury Square. And Victoria's there sending out fabrics as we speak. So this is a lovely stretch fabric. So when you're working with a stretch fabric, there's a few things that can really help with your sewing. The first thing, when you're working with a stretch pattern, if you're working with something like a simplicity pattern like this is the mixed dress that I might make.
I really like that.
Yeah, I was going to make another Meg's Atelier wrap dress, but I think I'll make this one instead. So this is a nice pattern that's meant for stretch fabric, and you can tell that apart from it will say it in the suggested fabrics here, you'll also see this symbol here on the back, and this is the symbol that tells you how much stretch your fabric needs to have to be able to make this dress to fit properly. So what you do is you take your piece of fabric, take a piece of your fabric and fold it in half, fold it over so it's doubled, and hold it onto the black piece here. Can you see that okay, Ames?
Yeah, yeah.
So you hold it where the black line is there. So I'm holding it with this finger, and then this finger I'm going to stretch it out to make sure it comes to the end of the symbol here. And because it does, I know this fabric particularly would make this dress, and that's fine. So if your fabric doesn't stretch out that much, you might have to make a size bigger. If it stretches further, you might have to make a size smaller. So that just gives you a bit of a guide. Victoria says she's sending out lots of sweatshirts today
because it's cold.
Yeah. The one that I've got behind me, those two, comes in about 4 colours, I think, that particular one, which is lovely. So most of the big four, the big pattern companies will have that symbol on the back to help you decide if your fabric's going to be right for the pattern.
Ginny's saying, where do you store all your clothes and makes? She's reached saturation point.
Well, half of them are here actually, Ginny.
We have to keep swapping them out,
Yeah,
Jilly.
we do.
When
We
the
do.
wardrobe gets full, we bring samples down here.
Yeah, exactly. Underbed boxes work very well as well. If you're working with one of the independent patterns, you'll often find they say that your fabric needs to have a certain percentage of stretch. Now it might say this pattern the fabric for this pattern needs 10% stretch, 20% stretch. If you can download little guides for it, but I've just bought this week. Look at this lovely little tool that I bought from Di Kendall. Di Kendall writes, you'll see her lots of the blogs she writes for, and she also writes for Sew Today magazine. And her website is sew-it.biz, and she does this stretch fabric ruler. So if your pattern says that your fabric needs to have 40% stretch, for instance, then similar to with the guide.
No, my other hand went. Sorry, the Instagram one I have to hold. So sorry about the jiggling on Instagram.
We've upped our game, but not enough that we have enough tripods. Oh yes, we were going to be doing fitness wear, weren't we? So we would have been doing stretch things. So if your pattern, for instance, says that you need 40% stretch, again, you hold your piece of fabric to the 10 centimetre here and you stretch it out to see if it will reach the 40% stretch. You can stretch it all the way out and you'd know exactly how much stretch this fabric has. Mine's got about 50% stretch, this fabric. So you can check how much stretch your fabric has by using one of these rulers. And like I said, you can download paper templates for this, but I just thought that's a really nice wooden tool. So you can get those from Di Kendall. Quite useful, and she gives you a little write-up thing that comes with it. So that's my latest little thing that I want to talk about from Di. Working with stretch, you can make everything up on an overlocker, or you can make it up on the sewing machine. It doesn't fray. Stretch fabrics don't fray, so you don't need to neaten the edges, but you can if you want to. So I often, when I've cut out my pieces, I often go around the edge with the overlocker, so it's already neatened before I start doing the construction. And this one, I don't know if you can see this, is one of my lovely multicolour overlocker threads. Sorry, that was
it's just
subtly telling me the
full
mouse in the way.
Very unsubtly.
So I've only got a few colours of this. I've ordered some more, but it's gone quite quickly. So this is one of the multicolour overlocker threads, and I just put it into the upper looper. So the lower looper would have any colours that you like. You can pick out the colours, and then the upper looper's got the multicolour. So I know we all get a bit sort of bogged down with having matching overlocker threads for our projects, but I quite like the multicolour. So neaten all your edges with the overlocker first if you want to. It's not essential because, as I say, jersey fabrics don't fray. The next things you'll need for your just before you start sewing is a walking foot for your machine. This is the walking foot, and I know I've talked about this before, but for those of you that haven't seen this before, a walking foot has little teeth in the top, so it pulls the fabric through from the top at the same rate that the feed dogs underneath are putting through the fabric. So your fabrics will be going through top and bottom at the same speed. So I'm going to put this on the machine. I don't know if you can see this, Ames. I'm going to put this onto the machine. The important thing when you're putting this on the machine...
I'm trying to control this one with my left hand, yes. So apologies everyone if the Facebook one suddenly goes all jolty.
I'd love to give Amy a challenge.
Yeah, so, next week will be better.
So you need to take off the... this will be good for you, Sue, who's just got this machine. You need to take off the whole shank of the foot and just put the screw back in, just so that it catches. So you've got the screw back in there. The important thing with the walking foot is that this little arm here goes over the screw that you use to change your needle. So hold the arm up with your thumb and put the foot around the back. So the arm sits on top of that screw there, and the little claws of the foot go around the screw on the left-hand side. Did you see that?
Just about.
Same. Well done, Amy. Sorry, Wendy, I'm just having a quick look. Ordinary tape measure, you'd have to work out the percentages, Wendy, if you use an ordinary tape measure. If you're good at maths, you could work out the percentages with an ordinary tape measure. You know I like a gadget. Okay, so I'll just do that again so you can just see that. So hold up the arm of the walking foot, put the foot around the back, and then bring it forwards so that the arm sits on top of the screw there, and the little claws go around the screw on the left hand side, and then just tighten it up. like that. So that's all held in place. So it's one of the more tricky ones to put on. Some sewing machines have an even feed foot attached to the machine already, so that's fine. You just have to engage your even feed. Okay, the other thing you'll need to do is to put a stretch needle onto your machine. There are two types of needle that you use when you're sewing with stretch fabrics. It would either be a stretch needle, I was drinking my tea too quickly, a stretch needle or a jersey needle. The difference is the stretch needle, or stretch or ballpoint they're often called, are for knitted fabrics, and the stretch needle is for fabrics with lycra. But because there's so many mixtures in fabrics now, it's worth having both of your needles. If one of them doesn't work, the other one will. So have both. So for this fabric, I'm using a stretch needle. I put that on the machine already, Angel, you'll be pleased to know.
Janet's ordered a stretch fabric ruler.
From Di Kendall. Di Kendall's suddenly going to have a whole load of orders for the ruler. I think it's a lovely tool. Like I said, it's the nicest one I've seen. You can download ones and print them off yourself and things, but I just thought it's nice. We like a gadget. So the next thing is, once you've got your machine foot and your needle on the machine, is to select the stitch that you need, and you'll need a stitch that's going to stretch with your fabric. On the most sewing machines will have a lightning stitch. It looks like a streak of lightning here. It's doing 2 stitches forward and 1 back. So it's a slightly sideways zigzag stitch. And that will mean that your fabric will stretch, your seam will stretch as much as your fabric. If you haven't got a lightning stitch like this, you could use a small zigzag stitch, which would work equally well. So that's the lightning stitch. So that was number 5 on this machine. Oh, she's ordered 2 instead. So I'm going to go for 2. Now, this particular machine, one of the things that I wasn't so happy about with this machine, when you select the stitch number 5, it moves the needle over to the left. So if your machine, most machines would have an option for having that stitch in the middle or on the left, but this machine's only got it on the left. So just bear that in mind when you're working out your seam allowances. It means you won't be able to use the seam allowance guides that are on the machine. So I'm just going to pin my 2 pieces right sides together. A little note about pinning while I'm here. We've had a gap.
Oh, Karen G's bought stretch ruler.
I'm going to have to message Di and
yeah.
tell her.
Sorry.
She sends them out really quickly. When you're pinning, now this is my personal preference for pinning, but I find it works really well. I pin with my pins so they're horizontal, they're parallel to the edge of the fabric, and I pin as close to the seam allowance as I can. That Sue's saying luckily Tim will make her a stretch measurement gadget. I'm sure you will, Tim. Perhaps I should get you to make something. Suzanne's going to order one later as well. It's a good gadget. Yeah, so pin with have your pins parallel to the edge of your fabric. So if you have a lot of people say they pin the other way. They say they'll pin this way so that they can sew over their pins. It's a shocking thing. Never sew over your pins. But the reason I don't like to pin like this is a couple of reasons. I know you can pull them out that way, but you can pull them out just as easily this way. 2 reasons. With a stable fabric, it's not so bad, but often with a looser fabric, you'll find that the fabric will drop between the pins. And also, as you're sewing, the fabric pushes up against the pin. So you end up with little bumps along, or you'll end up with it being longer at one end than the other. So I choose to pin this way. It's called pin tacking or pin basting. So it's just that in between, if you're not going to tack your fabric, then you can just pin. If you have your raw edges away from you, if you're right-handed, have your raw edges away from you when you're pinning, and they'll always, when you go to the machine, your pins will always be in the right direction to take out. Hello Jatenda, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. So pin your fabric together. If you're left-handed, have the edges towards you, and then you'll be pinning the other way. You'll be pinning this way. So right-handed, have your raw edges away from you, and left-handed, have them towards you. And then always be in the right direction. So pin along your seam allowance, and then we're going to go to the machine. Whenever you're sewing with stretch fabrics,
Karen's asking Victoria at Bloomsbury if the silk jersey comes in other colours. At the moment, as I understand it, Karen, it's just this colour, but there are lots of colours available. So I'm sure Victoria.
Message Victoria.
Yeah, send Victoria a message. She may well be interested in upping the. The only issue at the moment, of course, is it comes from Belgium, so Brexit issues may put a slowdown on getting more. But
Victoria's got lots of. It's got a sample sheet to show you all the colours, isn't it?
Yeah.
So get in touch with Victoria. She'll be able to help you with that, Karen. Sewing machines love to eat jersey fabric. The gap in the middle there, it loves to pull the fabric down and eat it. In fact, I did have an issue with this the other day, didn't I? So always start about 1/2 centimetre in and hold on to your threads. So don't give your sewing machine a chance to eat the fabric, and just stitch forward. The stretch stitches are slightly slower because it goes 2 forward, 1 back. This is a nice stable fabric that I'm sewing at the moment, so it's well behaving itself. So if you've got a really soft curly fabric, just go a bit slower with it. You don't need to do a reverse. This stitch is already going forwards and backwards, but also doing the reverse gives your machine a chance to eat the fabric as well. So just going to go forward and stitch this in. So when I get to the end, I'm going to go to the end and then cut the thread. There we go. So I stitched that seam obviously in a contrast colour so you can see it, and now you can see that seam is stretching as much as the fabric. And then you can press that seam open, and because it's been neatened already, it looks really pretty. There we go. When I'm doing a hem on jersey fabric, I always put a strip of stretch interfacing into the hem. So this is a stretch interfacing. If you're looking for it, it's H609 is the code. There we go. Victoria's saying she's getting some more colours in February. Oh yes, all the customs paperwork.
All the customs paperwork.
This is the stretch interfacing H609, which you buy it by the metre, but you cut it into strips. I always cut it into 1-inch strips and put it against the edge of the fabric and press it in place. And that will, particularly with a very curly jersey, it will stop it curling and give you a nice edge for your hem. So just fuse that in place, and then you can turn up your hem and stitch it. I need to do that with a bit of steam really. There we go. And your hem could be done with a zigzag stitch, a cover stitch machine. You wouldn't do cover stitch if you've done this pretty overlocking. A twin needle you could use, and then you could just stitch your hem. The other thing that I've just got in stock is some stretch bias binding. This is a lovely jersey bias binding.
Louise, it's a walking foot. Which foot to get for the Janome?
Oh yes, it's the walking foot. And if you're worried about what Janome Janome did their own walking foot, but if you're ever worried about it, there's a company called J-Cots online, and if you tell them what machine you've got, they'll make sure you get the right foot for your machine. But if you go onto J-Cots and you look under Janome machine feet, they'll be there. This is a jersey bias binding. So if you didn't want to have an overlocked edge, you could do a nice Hong Kong binding on your edge. I haven't got time to show you that now, but you would just do your Hong Kong binding like you would with your I do sell that interfacing, Janet. Yes, you buy it by the metre, then just cut it into. I always have a basket of it cut up in 1-inch strips. Use your rotary cutter and cut up lots of 1-inch strips. So if you're wanting to do a nicer finish, obviously with your stretch fabric, you can't just use using a normal bias binding wouldn't give you enough stretch. So this is a stretch binding. So you would just pin it on, stitch it on with a stretch stitch, wrap it around the edge, and then stitch in the ditch. Do Hong Kong binding exactly like you would with your woven bias binding. So there's a video about that on YouTube, doing bias binding, and then that would mean that your hem would still stretch. So as an alternative to doing overlocking, you could neaten with binding with this lovely jersey bias binding. It comes in quite a few colours. So just as an alternative, because we like to have nice edges, things like looking nice on the inside as much as they do on the outside. So there we go. That's my little demo today. There's lots more things I can talk to you about jersey fabrics, but we'll do that at another date.
Okay.
So Amy's going to put the camera back. So that she can come and have a chat with us, which will be lovely.
Navigating. Oh, there's sorry. You can see the big little bright light there. Just navigating tripods.
You need to have little wheels on your tripod.
Yeah, that would be good.
Are you going to Velcro again?
Yeah. So one phone is currently Velcroed to a tripod.
Because we didn't have enough kit.
Or command stripped.
So, yeah, after the idea of doing it, which was a great idea.
We realised we didn't have 2 phone holders for our tripods. Got 2 tripods, not 2 phone holders. Anyway.
There we go. So the main things I've shown you there today are the sewing ruler, some variegated overlocking thread, stretch bias binding, jersey bias binding, and stretch interfacing. There we go. This is particularly good, Janet, if you've got a very curly jersey. It just helps to control it. There we go. I'm going to do my next Talviki sweatshirt in this fabric, and I might do nice bias binding. There we go. I won't do that colour though because it will show through. You're going to come in and say hello, Ames?
I will come and say hello. I'm just quickly. Yeah, okay. We've got 15 minutes. Instagram only gives us 1 hour. So
okay. We might drop out.
If Instagram drops out, I'm really sorry. You don't catch the end of us, but we'll try and get it all done in 15 minutes.
Sorry, I've been seeing.
Because I can't be there to restart it, so.
You have to run over.
I'd have to run over. Yeah, if it gets close to 3. Hi, sorry. Sorry. There we go.
Yes, I've got the stretch biases on the website.
Let me just check 1 second.
Was that Karen who asked that? Yes, it was Karen. Yes, the stretch bias is on the website.
You can
come
back this way.
This way. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I moved the camera, so you didn't need to move.
You see me still?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Simon saying hello.
Hi.
Suzanne, Louise, what are the patterns of the tops? Louise, the patterns behind me. The grey one is the Talviki top from Named Clothing, and the blue one is the Megs Atelier Big Easy top.
Oh, thank you, Jilly. This is who's it by? Stoff and Still.
Stoff and Still. That's right.
This dress is a Stoff and Still.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
They just call it the jumper or something.
The jumper, yeah.
It
can be a jumper or a dress.
They don't have any fancy names, do they?
No.
So it's it's just a.
And jersey, seeing as it's a jersey day.
Yes,
this is my jersey.
Today. Yeah. We want to be comfortable, don't we?
Yeah.
Simon's saying hello. Suzanne's saying hello.
Hi, Suzanne.
There we go.
Cool.
So we're going to do lots of sewing, aren't we? In the next.
We're going to do a lot of sewing.
Because your mass production has slowed down a bit because no one's going out. No one's going out.
Yeah, unlike the first lockdown, every single second of every single day I was making masks. That doesn't happen now, so.
Lovely. Is saying, do you have the patterns? Now the patterns you can order, the Megs Atelier patterns you have to buy from the Megs Atelier. The Named Clothing you can get from something like the Fold line. I do have some patterns, but not a lot, Louise. I have a few, but I haven't got that. Oh, it looks like jewel colours today.
Yeah.
Julie, very Julie. I don't think you can
we
put
send
patterns.
you photos on here?
If you join our Midhurst Sewers group, Simon, then you can put pictures onto the Midhurst Sewers. That's a nice sort of, everyone who's come to workshops sort of chats about things on there, and then you can post pictures of what you've been making and Amanda's been making on there. That'd be lovely.
Yeah, we're going to start doing it because it's our mission this lockdown to actually make things for ourselves.
Yes.
I put all my patterns onto Trello yesterday, so I know what patterns I've got. I discovered 3 Deer and Doe patterns I've completely forgotten that I bought. Still in the envelope from Patternsy. So I've got a lot of sewing to do, and I bought loads of patterns before Christmas thinking I'd have time. So I've also got a nice voucher for Liberty, so I'm going to buy myself some Liberty silk and get sewing next week.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Well, one of the ways that we manage to get sewing done is to do things like sew-alongs with you. So Janice just dropped a stitch. Sorry, did we distract you? So we thought we would do some sew-alongs because we really enjoyed the skirt sew-along before in November that we did. But obviously then we went back to work, and ran loads of workshops here. And we've now got at least 6 weeks, haven't we, in lockdown? Yeah. So we thought we'd do some sew-alongs. If you'd like to join us, that would be great.
We have a little schedule.
I've put a couple on the website already, but we really,
So we're starting next week. The first one is going to be on Thursday the 14th. We're going to do the Big Easy top, which is this by the Makers Atelier, and that's going to be 1 day, or like 11 till 4.
And then the Makers Atelier patterns are now available as downloads. So if you're worried about getting the pattern in the post, Suzanne saying this sounds exciting.
Sometimes we'll have the pattern that we can send you, but especially for next week,
you might want to download it because the post is a little bit all over the place. So yes, that's the first
that's
one.
on Thursday. Then on Friday morning, we're going to do knickers, a knicker sew along.
Lacy knickers.
Lacy knickers.
Yep.
So that'll be Friday morning before the live.
Oh, good. I'm glad you all like the idea. Yeah. That's great.
Then we have Wednesday the 20th. We're going to do the Makers Atelier wide leg trousers because we thought that would go really well, if even in the same fabric as the Big Easy top, for some nice, comfy but stylish loungewear for lockdown.
They're going to be the elastic waist ones because we just feel that we don't want to be doing zips and things when we're at home all the time. So that'll be later on when we'll do things with zips in.
Yeah, we're just starting off gently.
Oh, Barbara said she loved the sew along that we did. So
good.
That's good. Yeah.
And then we're going to start on Wednesday the 20th in the evening. We're going to start a series of the Merchant & Mills denim skirt. So 4 evenings, 3 hours every Wednesday. From Wednesday the 20th will be the Merchant & Mills denim skirt.
We thought that would be a good one because the trouble with doing sew-alongs is we have to think about fitting. We really wanted to do jeans, didn't we?
We did want to do jeans.
And I was thinking that's going to be a tricky one to fit. But at least with the denim skirt, you learn all the techniques for jeans making, like all the top stitching and all the hardware and all the things you need to do, and you can practice all of that on a skirt, and then when you come to do jeans you know all of that already, and we just got to get the fit right. Yeah. So we can do that at a later date. We might do an online workshop for jeans, so going in more depth with fitting.
Then Wednesday the 27th we're going to do sewing with silk to make the Ogden cami, because that class always sells out, and I know that people always are waiting to do that class, so we thought that would be a good sew along class. And then on the 3rd of February we're going to do the Jennifer Lauren cardigan, which is a really cute little simple cardigan. Do you need to register for sew alongs? I teach all day, so the evening sounds great.
Yes, Louise, well what I'm going to do is I'll add them to, I haven't had time to do it yet, but tonight and tomorrow I'll add them to the website. Under online classes there'll be a section for sew alongs, and then you can just sign up there.
We'll put a post on the social media channels once everything's live.
Yeah.
Sally, oh my goodness, I just decided to make a denim skirt.
Yay! That's great.
Just made the cardigan, Suzanne.
Did you like it, Suzanne? It's a great cardigan, isn't it? It's a really good pattern. It's got this lovely, it's got sort of saddle shoulders that come across. Nice.
And then we need some more ideas because that takes us up to the 3rd of Feb. But we need one for the 10th of Feb, and there will be even more. If lockdown continues even further, then we'll add some more. So we need some suggestions. We've got a few ideas in our minds, but what would you like to do for one day?
There will be a kit for the knickers, Margaret, yes.
We can send that out.
Yeah, so once I put it up, when you book, there'll be a kit that I'll send out to you.
Yeah, so sew-alongs are generally going to be on Wednesdays, but next week we're going to do Thursday, Friday to allow us time to get the stuff to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you think that'd be okay? Hopefully you'll like to join us.
Yeah.
Well, we can sew anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's great for me. It's going to boost my wardrobe for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, so we're starting off with things that are fairly simple because we need to practice all the tech actually, don't we?
Well, yeah, we've suddenly decided to a waistcoat sew along.
Oh, that'll be a good one, Simon. Yes. Yeah, lots of techniques in waistcoats. We are actually going to be, we have actually been getting a few new bits of tech we thought we'd like to do while we've got the time. That was the twist top dress Louise made, the origami top. Knickers will be in the morning next Friday, fab idea. Oh, lovely, thank you. Simon's black cap. I was telling Karen, who's on here, Karen, who I've been doing some one-to-ones with, and I was saying that that Simon, who came to class, had made a flat cap, so Karen, this is Simon who made the flat cap.
Fiona said the skirt sew along was fab.
It was good. We could do another one of those actually. I've got lots of those patterns.
We also thought maybe, because that was like a half day, we could do a full day of the simple skirt.
With a zip.
Does Victoria have stretch lining for jersey?
Yes,
she does, Wendy. Yeah. Lots of stretch lining in lots of different colours.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, she does. So it's good you're watching, Victoria. You can answer directly. So we're going to be doing some filming of some more online classes, so longer online classes like the ones we did in the first lockdown. So we'll be doing some filming. So the plan is, as we mentioned last time, I think we wanted to do the sample portfolio as classes that you can purchase on the website as well. So there we go, Karen's saying hello. Yeah, Karen was showing me a lovely picture of a Baker Boy cap that she found. So that's the plan for the sew-alongs, and then we'll also do some online classes as well. And then we've got some more exciting news to do with that, maybe next week. Yeah. So that's the plan
there we go.
At the moment. So we've got to make the use of all this new kit that we're getting.
Yeah. It's all very exciting. It's all started arriving, new cameras and lighting and microphones and all sorts.
Well, we thought if we're going to be in lockdown for a while, we should maybe diversify. And then it's always a good thing to have alongside. I know a lot of you come to visit Midhurst is great, but some people come from further afield and it's more tricky to get to.
And the fact that this time around we don't have to do it from our living room is a massive bonus.
Yes,
because last lockdown we didn't have this lovely space.
Yes, exactly.
We were working from home, so.
And we can have it set up, can't we? We can have
leave
a studio through there and a live studio through here. So
yeah,
that's the plan.
Who are we?
I know.
I don't even know who we are anymore.
We're getting very techie
I know,
these days.
I'm a bit concerned.
So
anyway.
yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next few weeks. So we'll keep you up to date with what's what we're doing, and as I said, the thank you, Karen.
Yes, Sally, get your sojo back.
Thank you, Sue. It always helps. It always helps when you get to sew together, doesn't it? I think. Oh, Sue, we're very professional. Must be doing something right then. Thank you, Sue.
We try.
We try our best. So. Midhurst Studio. It's home studio rather than.
Yeah.
It is.
Start our own TV channel next. Watch this space. Joking, we're not going to do that.
This is hard enough.
Yeah.
So we'll try and get some things made so we can inspire you with what we're making and to get you to sew with us as well, which is going to be fun.
It is.
Yes, it's going to be great. I can need a drink after that.
I need to just quickly run to the kitchen. 1 second.
Oh, okay. Do you want to make sure
I'm just going to check Instagram's still there.
Is it still there?
It's still there.
Oh, it's only 57 though.
3 minutes. We can restart it.
Yeah, so Amy might come back and restart Instagram, so if you're still there. Oh, that's great. Yes, Karen's been making coats. We've been doing one-to-ones and Karen's made 2 amazing coats. Actually, I haven't posted the pictures for your anorak yet, Karen, so I will do that. Yeah, one step at a time. Suzanne's saying we've got to do one step at a time.
Yeah, quite right.
Yeah. Sally's on the Colville fabrics. Colville's a great place to buy fabric from. Get all sorts of things from Colville.
I don't really know what happens if we get kicked out on Instagram, so
I don't know if you can just restart it. Oh well, if the video stops on Instagram, I will be posting the whole of the live onto YouTube later. So if you haven't got Facebook and you lose us on Instagram, you can always watch the end of it.
Justine, is there a cocktail today? Well,
yes. Well,
there's a funny story about the cocktail today, ladies. Because lockdown came in, we did our shop, and then our online shop, and then realised after the online shop had arrived, I had nothing to make any cocktails in the house. So,
no.
And we're a bit reluctant to go into shops this week at least.
Yeah.
So I thought, and also I'm on doing Dry January.
Joe was why there wasn't going to be a Friday cocktail.
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah. Also, I'm doing Dry January, so I had to kind of come up with things that we already had in the house. Yesterday was a bit experimental, wasn't it?
Oh my
Balsamic vinegar came out at one point, and it all just went horribly wrong. So I decided we're going to keep it simple, and got my Brighton gin copper glasses.
We got these. One of our sewing retreats, we had a talk from Brighton Gin, and these are the glasses that we had for the talk.
And then this is Clean Gin. It is by Spencer Matthews from Made in Chelsea. It's called the Clean Liquor Company, and it's non-alcoholic gin. So of course you could do it with alcoholic gin, but
if you're not doing
Dry January. Stupid idea with lockdown. And then of course I was trying to think of things that went with gin that we had in the house, and we had nothing other than this really nice grapefruit juice that I was bought to go with the alcoholic gin at Christmas. So we're just gonna have a gin and tonic.
Yeah, just
we
today.
Thought.
Just today. Keep it simple.
A grapefruit gin and tonic. So I haven't got a spoon. Sorry, I have washed my hands.
Good job.
I will be much more professional next week. I promise. I've got ideas for my non-alcoholic that could be alcoholic cocktails next week. So this particular grapefruit sparkling juice is called Two Keys.
Sue's saying this is good gin.
It's really good, yeah. This is 2 Keys pink grapefruit mixer, and it was to go with a bottle of Salcombe gin that I was bought for Christmas. So it's going to good use. But we just thought, let's just have gin and tonics this week, and then next week we'll do the Sainsbury's order.
Yeah, we will do. But it'll still
other
be
supermarkets are available.
Non-alcoholic through January.
But this does taste like gin. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So my gin and tonics are doubles. Don't know about you ladies, especially when there's no alcohol in them.
It's good for us on a Friday. We can drink these and drive home. It's fine.
Well, exactly. That is the other thing. We get a bit tipsy on a Friday and realise that we're not at home anymore. So there we go.
Oh, Simon's having a non-alcoholic aviation cocktail. What's that, Simon? What's in a non-alcoholic aviation cocktail? I'd like to know what's in that.
So we still get to cheers you on our Friday, but I didn't really teach you much because I'm sure you all know how to
make a gin and
tonic. Well, this is not tonic; it's grapefruit juice. But
gin and grapefruit.
Gin and grapefruit.
Is it slightly sparkling?
It is sparkling. Yeah.
There we go.
Gin and grapefruit. So cheers.
Cheers to our lockdown 3.
Lockdown 3.0.
Yeah.
The cocktails will be more exciting from next week, I promise.
Yeah, I think it's quite an exciting one next week, isn't there?
Yay, Barbara, to dry January.
There we go. Try that
each week will be a mocktail that could be turned into a cocktail if you want.
Yeah. What, small gin and non-secco. Oh,
also, Seedlip. Seedlip are a really cool company and they do all these different non-alcoholic spirits. That's yummy.
That's really nice, and you can really, it does taste like gin.
It does taste like gin.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, welcome back.
Who'd have thought we'd still be doing these?
Oh, it's great to be back, Chile. It's really nice to see you all. It was when we went into lockdown, I thought, well, that's one of the bonuses of lockdown, is that we can come back and talk to you all on Facebook Fridays.
Yeah.
Small gin is great. Yeah, small gin's okay, but we're going for the dry January because there was quite a large amount of champagne drunk over Christmas.
There was a lot of champagne drunk over Christmas.
There might have been quite a lot.
Need to detox.
Lovely. Right, well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. It's been a really lovely week, hasn't it? I think we've covered everything we wanted to.
I think so.
That's in my list. Yes. I just put gin at the end. But...
Gin, yeah. My bullet point, gin.
Yeah, gin. Yeah. So have a lovely week. Get ready to do some sewing and look out. I will let you know. I'll be putting it on the website, all the sew along things and everything we're going to be doing. Any questions, always get in touch. Don't forget, we've got lots of haberdashery. You can still send out orders if you need anything. Otherwise, we will see you next week. Or before, if you sign up for sew along.
I've got to dash and turn the camera off.
Don't trip over the trolley. The iron trolley is now back as a cocktail trolley.
Oh, Instagram's still there.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's good.
So we will see you next week. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us, and have a great week.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.